Welcome back, fic readers. I am so sorry for my extended absence. Life honestly just got away from me. I am back now with another fanfic. This is part 6 of the series Fluffy Minty Boy and His Dragon Daddy, called International Daddy by RdmFavCpls. Let's get started. Summary. It's been 2 weeks since Class 1A started doing their second or third work studies, and Aizawa is suspicious. Midoriya got an internship with an international hero. Midoriya is also the only one whose hero hasn't called about them getting into trouble. How was Problem Child the only one not in trouble? Story begins. Aizawa really wants to know what Hizashi and Nemuri are on, because he is not paranoid. He's being logical when it has been 2 weeks since his class of Chaos Hellspawn have started their second or third work studies, and he's been called 19 times. More than 19 times, actually, and not a single one of those calls has been for Midoriya Izuku, his problem child, the villain magnet, the fight-or-die student, the student who literally gets into fights 3 times a week, and it has been 2 weeks of silence. He's been called 3 times for Hagakure because they freaking lost her on patrol, twice, and then the third call was for him to tell her to stop pranking the heroes. He politely told the heroes that maybe they shouldn't have lost her on patrol twice and that she's doing a good job. He's been called because Koda helped the animals start a revolution at a zoo because they were being severely mistreated. Aizawa automatically sent Netsu to investigate the zoo, its staff, and the heroes that Koda went to do his work study with for the comment they made of them complaining about Koda worrying more about animals instead of citizens. Aizawa ripped into the hero because Koda's main focus was to be a hero to animals. But he wasn't going to stop being a hero to people too. It was in his file, and Aizawa was not going to let anyone change the type of hero his class wanted to be. Not with this group. Honestly, he wouldn't be so on edge if one of the phone calls was for Midoriya, and right now, Aizawa was on edge. He stood in front of the temporary hero agency, looking the building over. There was nothing about it that said that it was a hero agency, especially one that seems to be an international hero agency. He opened the glass door and walked into the building and towards the front desk, where a young lady was typing on a computer, a half-eaten cupcake that gave off a slight chocolate and mint smell. He scrunched his nose up a little at the overly strong scent. "Excuse me, ma'am," Aizawa said. The lady looked up, and Aizawa showed her his hero license. "I'm looking for the Guiding Light Agency. One of my students is interning under someone from the agency, and I'm checking in." The lady picked up a phone and spoke in a foreign language. She took a small bite of the cupcake and sat the phone down. "Sorry if the smell is too strong. It's my quirk." "You are free to enter. Please take the elevator to the 6th floor," she said in perfect Japanese. "Thank you," Aizawa said and walked to the elevator. He rode the elevator up to the 6th floor, glad that they weren't playing any type of music to make the ride seem less long or filled with less tension or make them relax. When he stepped out of the elevator, he was expecting heroes and sidekicks from Japan and other nations to be on the computers, drinking coffee or talking to each other over a case. He was not expecting the place to be mostly empty. A few people working on the computers didn't even look up. He walks over to the nearest person, who looks up once Aizawa gets within attacking range. "Excuse me, but I'm looking for UA work study intern Deku. He's here to learn under Pro Hero Torch." "Oh, Eraser Noggin, right?" the person said with a heavy Latino accent and broken English. "It's Eraserhead," he said. The person waved Aizawa's words away with a flourish of his hands. "Back office. There are many cupcakes over in the corner." "Delish." "Thanks," Aizawa said. He walked towards the back office and knocked on the unmarked door. A sleepy-sounding "come in" came in response, and Aizawa opened the door. He walked into the office and found a scene. However, the excited "Hello, Aizawa-sensei," relaxed some of his nerves. The sleepy glance of toxic green eyes staring at him over the top of curly green hair did not help his nerves. "Hello, Problem Child," Aizawa said as he took in the scene. The hero Torch, supposedly, was sitting on the floor, cross-legged. Midoriya sat on top of his lap. A dark green turning black scaled tail wrapped around his student's waist a couple of times. The tail was also being used as a table for the laptop that Midoriya was using. Clawed fingers rested on Midoriya's sides lazily, a scaled dragon head of the same shade of green as his tail, but looked dark due to the shade of his eyes, and the angle of the light made his scales seem black. The hero and hero in training weren't in their hero costumes, but instead in casual clothes with sweatpants and the single-word shirts. The Dragon Man's shirt had the kanji for dress, and Midoriya's shirt had the kanji for shirt. Did Midoriya really turn someone over to his fashion? Aizawa thought. So, what brings you here today, Aizawa-sensei? Midoriya asked before he took a bite out of the cupcake. It's a checkup, Aizawa said. It's been 2 weeks, and you're the only student who I haven't received an update on. Most of the cases are being wrapped up now, the dragon said. Time zones don't help, and I allow the people who work under me to file their reports after they got some rest. His toxic green eyes looked at the computer. Nix can't be a part of that team. His support item broke. Nix's support item breaks after every mission, Midoriya said with a roll of his eyes. Have him go see Power Loader or Hatsume Mei about his support items. Nix's current support company doesn't care, or he's embezzling you for money. I've already sent an inquiry to his support company about all his broken items. I only wanted to help you with your analysis, strategizing, help you not to overthink things, and show you the workings of behind the scenes of running an international hero agency, the dragon said. Thank Kami I inherited Mom's organizational skills then, Midoriya said with a flat tone. Just because I'm tired doesn't mean I still can't give you more things to analyze. Oh no! The worst type of punishment, the nightmares, the horrors that await, Midoriya said as he took the last bite of his cupcake. I can't believe that you ate your brethren, the dragon said. I'm sorry to interrupt, Aizawa said, but what do you mean by cases? The contract specifically states that UA must be notified if a student is going to be involved in a case. He then pointed to the dragon, and you still haven't introduced yourself to me. Oh, this is the pro hero Torch. He's who I'm interning with to learn more about the paperwork and behind the scenes of being a hero and the running of one's own agency, Midoriya said. And the cases? Minty just did analysis of the villains and strategized which heroes would be best to go against them, along with giving the commands from here during the raid, Torch said. Today is a rest day and a special day, so I'm allowing him to choose what to do, and making the analysis for the next group of traffickers and possible heroes is what he decided to do. Aizawa stared at Torch while Midoriya sighed. How are you the top international underground hero again? You can't even keep secrets, Midoriya said. Torch huffed, and plumes of smoke escaped his nostrils. Rude, Minty. Do you really think I'll keep secrets from my favorite hero? Like, I know I'm tired from all the raids we commanded, and baking my delicious dark chocolate and mint cupcakes, and the slow healing of your arms, which is why I didn't throw you to the floor when Eraserhead came in. Aizawa raised his eyebrows at the comments. Torch is healing Midoriya's arms? Isn't Torch's quirk of dragon mutation? Betrayal of the year! Father betrays his own son on his birthday for a favorite hero, Midoriya said. The humility! Aizawa sighed. He really needs more coffee. Eraserhead's favorite flavor isn't erasers, Torch said, while you enjoy anything mint-flavored, Minty. I'm sorry, but there is not enough coffee in my blood for this, Aizawa said. Torch is my father, Midoriya Hisashi, whose quirk is fire-breathing. You are his favorite hero, but he is too sleep-deprived to be excited over it because of the raids, and he baked me homemade dark chocolate cupcakes with mint filling and frosting today. And even though he's going to be going into ectasis in 2 days, he's still determined to spend my birthday with me and heal my arms, so I won't be in constant pain and won't have to worry about losing my arms. I also get to receive my precious Minty boy's cuddles. So I'm a happy dragon dad, Torch said as he nuzzled his snout into Midoriya's curly hair. Aizawa felt the toxic green eyes stare into his soul. You also came here to wish my fluffable Minty boy a happy birthday and not just to get an update, right? Aizawa rolled his eyes. Of course. However, the update was required because I've received at least 2 phone calls from all other agencies that Class 1A are getting into trouble, and none were from you. Torch laughed. Don't worry. I make sure he stays in line. It helps that all the cases he's been helping me with are overseas or stays in Command Central. The benefits of learning behind the scenes. No action. I figured you would have enjoyed the break, and I know that being a hero isn't all about rescuing, patrolling, and fighting villains. I also accepted Torch's work study in order to learn about the paperwork. I didn't realize my classmates would take up the challenge of being trouble magnets, Midoriya said. Oh? Can we hear it? I love hearing about Class 1A's silly adventures, Torch said. Plus, I know they'll be amazing heroes. Aizawa smiled into his capture scarf. Yes, they'll be amazing heroes, even if they are chaotic hellspawn. And that was part 6 of the series Fluffy Minty Boy and His Dragon Daddy, called International Daddy by RdmFavCpls. It was pretty short, but honestly I think it was adorable. Also, word of the day is ectasis. It is the process of shedding the old skin in reptiles or casting out the outer cuticle on insects. I I had to go and look up how to pronounce that word. I was so very confused. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think and join me again next time. Don't forget to leave kudos on the original work.